name is Steve Rosenberg, and I'm the owner and co-founder of Empire Industries Property Management and Realty Services located here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Today I'd like to go over the agenda, and it's going to be history and growth of the company, our purpose, vision, values, the team, the services that we offer, our cost of services, and the next steps. So just a quick history about Empire Industries. We were founded in 2012 by Pete Neubig, the CEO, and myself, Steve Rosenberg. We currently have offices in Dallas, Fort Worth, as well as Houston. We manage over 1,000 single-family properties. We are a national award-winning company. In 2015, we won Best Marketing in North America by Business Excellence Award. We have also won the Business of Distinction Award 4 years in a row, and we have won numerous awards by Action Coach International. Empire Industries has a very simple purpose. We want to provide frustration-free property management by investors for investors. Our core values are called DOTS, dedicated professionals who believe in the brand and do the right thing always. Provide customers with a wow experience. We have fun working together as a team to achieve a common goal. And we are dedicated to self-improvement to grow as a person and for the company. As you see on the left-hand side of the screen, DOTS is in our office that all of our employees and our customers walk by to remind ourselves of the core values that we believe in. Our vision is to positively impact over 5,000 lives by 2025 by cultivating a team of the brightest, most trustworthy, and innovative people who constantly raise the bar for our industry. Our team is consisted of a portfolio and departmental-based model. Most property management companies will hire a property management company, and they will want that property manager to become an expert in leasing, accounting, tenant relations, maintenance, Texas property code, and all other things that go on, as well as talking to owners and walking properties. We do not feel that that is a good use of a property manager's time, and because not only do you need to do it with one property, you need to do it with 150 to 200 properties. And there will be a point that they will reach maximum capacity, and they will not be able to give you the service that you want when you call. We are very firm believers in being relationship-based and not transactional. What that means is we have departmental teams such as a maintenance team, and all that team does is they handle your maintenance for your property. We also have an accounting team. They handle all the accounting. We have a team that only talks and deals with the tenants, so their focus is tenant related to make sure that they are getting the service they need to keep them as clients. You will have a property manager, and that property manager will use all the teams at their resources so that they are there to answer the phone for you and get things handled, to have those discussions, not running around walking properties and doing other things, which we feel is important. But it's also important to make sure that they are there to answer your calls and talk to you when you're there and not have them overstressed. We are big believers in training. All of our team members are constantly trained. Empire Industries is a part of NARPM. NARPM is the National Association of Residential Property Managers. Out of 250,000 property management companies in the United States, only 2% of them are part of NARPM. We are proud to say that we are part of that 2%. Pete Neubig, the CEO of the company, holds designations in NARPM as RMP, MPM, and he is the regional vice president of the Central United States section of NARPM, and that is only one of 3 people in the country that have that position. If you were to tally up all the certifications that Empire has, we are in the top 0.0076 percentile of all the top property management companies in the country. Pete Neubig, the CEO of Empire, as I said, is the regional vice president for NARPM. He also won the Rocky Maxwell Award. That is the award that he got when he was Houston chapter president, and that is basically Rookie of the Year on a national level. In 2018, he won Better Business Bureau Winner of Distinction Award and Gold Star Certificate. He was an IT specialist. He is a marathon runner and does Ironman, and he is an animal lover. If you see the dog right there is Brooklyn. That is at our Christmas party, and Brooklyn was a dog that he found when he was walking properties for owners. He adopted Brooklyn, and now Brooklyn is our mascot here at Empire. Myself, Steve Rosenberg, I am the president of Empire Industries and the co-founder. I speak internationally on property management. I speak all around the United States as well as throughout Australia on property management topics. And if you see the picture on the left is me speaking in front of 1,000 property management companies in Brisbane, Australia, because they want to know what and how Empire is doing to be the leader in the industry in the United States. I am also a proud father and husband. I am a fitness enthusiast. And I am also a commercial airline pilot. I fly a Boeing 787 for United Airlines, as well as running Empire Industries. Margot Broughton is our Director of Operations. She has 16 years in real estate operations. She has been a licensed real estate since 1994 in the Dallas metro area. And she has 30 plus years in property management in Texas. She also enjoys playing golf. So how do we help you? First, we are a full realty company. We can help you buy your property. We can help you sell your property. And if you're interested in just doing leasing, we can help you lease your properties as well. We do full marketing and leasing for your rental property. We will do all the screening and procuring of tenants. We will take care of the security deposit and rent collection. We do all the financial reporting for your property. We do all the inspections and assessments that are needed to maintain your property. We will do the maintenance coordination and dispatch of anything needed to your property. And last but not least, we educate you. As you see on the right-hand side of the screen, those are 7 ebooks that I have personally written to help educate you, the investor, to become better towards your goal. I am a firm believer in educating you whether you do not own a property at all, whether you own 1 property or you own 50, you can always be educated more. And I write these books to help you become better as an investor based on what your goals are, and more importantly, based on what your strategy is for success. So how do we do this? Well, first of all, when you own a property, you own a business. Your business needs to have policies, it needs to have procedures, and it most definitely has to have structure. We have all of those for you. We have created our own systems manual for everything that needs to be done, and we have created our own proprietary online checklist here at Empire Industries. As you see right here, this is one of our checklists. This is the move-in application checklist, one of many. And if you see on the top is the training section. Those are for employees to know how to do things. And it's backed up when they click on that link to show them the manual. It'll show them the flow chart, videos, as well as all of our policies related to this specific procedure. In the middle, as you see, we have all of the information, the property address, the move-in date, the rental amount, security deposit. All of these are entered from our software and it's all transferred over so that we make sure that we have all the correct data. At the bottom is all of the things that need to be done and need to be completed. Once that box is checked off, it's dated and time-stamped by the specific employee. So this is the way that we at Empire can ensure the same delivery of service to you, the client, and to the tenant every single time without any variation. We have our manuals, we have our checklists, and most importantly, we have multiple checklists. As you see right here, these are all the checklists that we have created that are specifically for Empire Industry clients. And these are all the things that we do above and beyond to make sure that your property, your tenant, and your vendors are being treated correctly and consistently every single time. All of this is backed up by our systems manual. We've created our own proprietary systems manual that our employees can go in and they can make sure that they can do the procedure correct every single time without any deviation. We take care of all marketing and leasing for your property. 95 to 98% of all tenants will find us online. If you see right here, here is our website, and here are houses that we have for lease. Our website is also linked to the MLS, multiple listing service, as well as Zillow, Trillia, and about 55 other syndicated websites. Our goal is to make the phone ring as quickly as possible to make sure we are getting volume people and calls for your property. We know that renters want to get things done expeditiously and they want it done easily. We do all online rental applications and we do professional photography. If you look on the left-hand side of the screen, that is the online rental application process that they will start. It's very seamless, it's very easy, and it's convenient for the person to start the process right away. We want to make sure that if they are interested in the property, that they don't have to worry about filling out a paper application and faxing that in and not knowing where it goes. This is dated, it's time-stamped, and they can do it right there. On the right-hand side, you'll see this is one of our listings, and this is professional photography. We cover the cost for your property to have professional photography because we know that when you have professional photography on a property, the property will lease quicker and it will lease for more money. Unfortunately, down below, this is an actual picture on a multiple listing service house. You have someone standing in the mirror taking the picture. On the mirror overhead, you have lights that are all different sizes and some are not even working. And on the counter, you have people's personal belongings. We know the difference of having these pictures below to having our pictures on the upper right-hand side. It is much easier to rent a property to a good tenant that takes a property like that. We want to make sure that your tenants are feeling welcome. When they walk into the property, Empire Industries will create and cover the cost for a move-in welcome bag. This welcome bag is for tenants that as soon as they walk in, it's something to give them a good experience as soon as they walk in because we want to start the business relationship with your tenant off on the right foot. We have learned that if you pick the right tenant, a lot of things go away. A lot of problems go away. We have created our own 20-point tenant screening process to be very diligent in who we accept and more importantly, who we do not accept in the rental property. Because of that, we have a 1% eviction rate at Empire Industries and 98% of all of the rent is collected online. This is important to you because as soon as we can get the rent online, we will turn around and pay you your rent through wire transfer directly into your bank account. And if the tenant is late on the rent, we pay rent 4 times a month. So there's no reason that if a tenant pays late that we can't get you your money. Unfortunately, a lot of other management companies will only pay once per month. And if the tenant misses that deadline, you may be waiting the next month to get your money, which I personally don't think is right or fair. At the end of the day, we know good tenants will stay longer and they will treat your property better. Lease renewals. We take care of a full comprehensive portfolio review of your property and of the tenant. We will take care of full negotiations with your tenant on the lease renewal. And in 2018, we had an unprecedented 75% renewal rate with all of our tenants. We give you full reporting. We invest our money into software to make sure that you are getting top of the line technology. First thing I will show you is our online conversation portal. This is how owners can converse with the property managers as well as tenants conversing with the property managers. The reason this is so important, especially for your tenant, is everything is dated and it is time-stamped, and the tenants have to enter this data. So this is important because if there's ever any legal matters that rise, we have fact and we are not talking through emails. We actually have date and time-stamped of what was said, when it was said, and who said it. So there's a clear path as to what the intent was of the conversation. And this could go on for months depending on the situation, but we have a tracking for it. So this is a very, very important tool that we love. Our owners love it. Our tenants like it because again, it's a matter of making sure that everyone is doing what they say they're going to do, which to me is the most important thing. We also will send you your monthly owner statements. Every month you will get an automated owner statement and you will get this for every single property. It'll be sent to you automatically. It'll show you how much rent you made, any expenses you may have, and any management fees. We try to keep it very simple, but we try to make sure that it is very direct and gives you a clear understanding of how your property is doing. At the end of the year, we will do year-end financial statements. So we will send you your 1099 at the end of the year. And with that 1099, it'll show your income and your expenses. And that is what you will turn into your tax person or plug into your own tax software that will give you your information. So there's no worrying about receipts or any of that. We take care of all of the accounting for you. We also will take care of any evictions and collections. We do full lease enforcement. If the tenant does not pay, we will issue a 3-day notice to pay or quit. We will also email, call, text, and send that tenant a certified notice. We want to get them to pay their rent if it is all possible. We can collect rent money via credit card, via auto draft, via ACH, via cash, cashier's check. We have all the ways that a tenant could pay because we want to make sure that we get the money from them to make sure that you can get your money because as investors, we understand that is very important. However, if they don't pay, we will take care of filing the forcible detainer. We will go to court and we will represent you. And if we need to, we will coordinate the eviction and the execution of the writ of possession. As I said earlier, we are relationship based. We want you to be successful as an investor. I would like to personally sit down with you and go over how you can build wealth. I think the biggest challenge in this industry is there's nobody to talk to you about your goals, and you realize that you need to own multiple properties if you want to be wealthy, if that's your goal, and there's no one there to talk to you. I would like to be the person to be able to sit down with you and have that relationship to have you purchase properties or sell properties that do not align with your goals or are not in your strategies. We have certified and trained investor specialists that actually have been trained by myself and my partner Pete to make sure that they know what they're doing, that if you want to locate your next investment property, they will help you based on what your goals are and does it match and align with what you're trying to do. And more importantly, we can discuss what is working and maybe what is not working. You may have some properties that are not performing correctly, and maybe we can help you increase the cash flow or of these properties depending on the situation. But that to me is what relationship building is, and that's what we bring to the table. Assessments are very important to protect your property. We will do a thorough move-in assessment report. While the tenant is living in the property, we do semi-annual assessments to see how the house is being treated. And more importantly, at the end, when the tenant moves out, we do a move-out assessment for damages. As you see right here, here is a standard move-in report. It's very professional. This report itself is about 35 pages long, and this will give us a very clear understanding of how the property looked prior to the tenant moving in. So we have a definite how the property looks before, how the property looked while the tenant was living there, and then how the property looks after. So it's very clear of the expectations that we have when we sit down with the tenant, explaining to them what we expect of them when they live in the property. Maintenance, as I said before, we have a dedicated maintenance team. We have invested money into a software called Property Meld. Property Meld is a very intelligent software that allows the vendor and the tenant to talk to each other via text message. One of the biggest reasons that property maintenance goes unfixed is because a lot of the tenants cannot coordinate with the vendor on a date and time to meet. This allows them to talk directly to each other with us being able to monitor the conversation, as well as once the vendor is done with the job, they then will upload the invoice as well as pictures of the job so that we know the job is completed. After all of that is done, we will go ahead and we will actually do a survey on that vendor with the tenant to see if they finished the job satisfactory and how they are rated. We also make sure that your property complies with Texas Property Code. This is to make sure your house is safe and habitable, and there's nothing litigious that could come back to you if the property is not up to code that maybe could get you in harm's way. We have a $400 limit on all non-emergency items. We will not go over that $400 limit to make sure that we are not overspending your money and to make sure that we are doing our best to be stewards of your property. We also have a 24-hour emergency hotline. We want to make sure that if your tenant has an emergency, they can always get a hold of someone in Empire Industries to make sure that we can save the problem, help the situation, and take care of whatever's needed. So our cost of services, we have had so much success here in the Dallas area, we guarantee you will never pay full price with Empire Industries. Everything that we have done is discounted because of how we feel and how good things are going for us here in Dallas. So for leasing a property, we will only charge 50% of 1 month's lease, of 1 month's rent, and that will cover all the marketing, all the leasing procurement costs. We will take care of everything for you. There's nothing that you will have to come out of pocket to pay, including the professional photos that we will do. Management fee, we have a $99 flat fee. That is only collected if the property is rented. If the property is vacant, we do not make any money. So it's an incentive to make sure that we are getting your property rented, and we do it at $99, which is roughly $3 per day to have a company like Empire Industries manage your property. We don't need to make a lot of money off of one person. We make our money in volume, and we make our money by helping investors achieve their goals of success. With lease renewal, we just do a very simple $150 flat fee. That is much easier than a percentage of the rent or full month's rent or whatever it is other people charge, which I don't think is fair. And lastly, we have a $45 once per year per portfolio fee. So if you have 5 properties, it's only $45 total. If you have 1 property, it's $45. And that's a per year fee. And that's to store all the data and all the software and all the things that we try to give our clients. Very similar to when you have a cell phone plan and you want more data storage. This is the storage we have, and it's very expensive to store all these pictures and videos and software, but we feel it's important. We just do not want to lose money on it. And this is a way that we can help cover some of our costs. Empire Industries has an award-winning 3-point guarantee. First and foremost, I want to make sure that you are 100% satisfied. If you are not 100% satisfied, you should feel free to be able to cancel services at any time. I do not like these management companies that charge these high termination clauses or make it very complicated for you to get out of your property management agreement if you're not satisfied. To me, if you are not 100% satisfied, there is no obligation. You can cancel at any time. So if you wanted to start and leave us 10 days from now, you are more than welcome to do that. We always like the opportunity to earn your business and to keep your business. But if for some reason you are not happy, you should have the right to leave without any fees or costs associated with it, in my opinion. We also have a 12-month tenant placement guarantee. Again, this is a way that we at Empire stand behind what we do. If we put a tenant in the property and that tenant should leave, we will cover the cost to replace that tenant at nothing to you. Again, this is our way of being your partner and our way of making sure that we are on the same side and covering costs so that you do not have to bear the cost. Pet damage guarantee. We have a third-party service company that will do a very thorough background of any pet that a tenant wants to have in the property. They will check the veterinarian bills. They will talk to the 2 prior landlords, and they will even go so far as getting a pet selfie. Our goal is to get your property leased as fast as possible. Technically, 80% of all residents have a pet. A goldfish could be considered a pet. If you check no pets because of search engine optimization, SEO, you are basically saying to 80% of the people that they will not see your property and it will not even come up in the search engine. We feel that that could delay the leasing of your property. So because of that, if there is any pet damage to your property, Empire Industries will cover $2,500 above your security deposit to make sure that we are taking care of your property. And if there's any damage, again, $2,500 above the security deposit, Empire Industries will come out of our own pocket personally to cover that cost. And again, we feel that is our way of being a good partner to you. Empire Industries is a partner of Camp Hope. Camp Hope is a nonprofit organization that works with veterans with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. For every meeting that we have with you, Empire Industries will partner with Camp Hope and we will donate a meal to feed a veteran. Again, this is our way of giving back to our veterans and our way of saying thank you to you, the client. And just because of you meeting us, we will donate that. This is to show that we actually did donate the money. You will get this certificate that we have donated to Camp Hope. And again, this is our way of giving back to our veterans, our men and women of service, and as well as thanking you, the client. And this will be donated on behalf of you in your name. What people are saying about Empire Industries, my belief is that if you do the right thing, people will say good things about you. We have great reviews online. People like what they see. They like what we do. They want to make sure that we are a good company. And that is how you check. You go to Google, Facebook, all these other social media sites, and you see what people say. We're very proud to say that we have a great reputation out there. So the next steps, you're going to click on the link below, schedule a call with one of our specialists. We'd be glad to talk to you about your situation, how we can help you, whether it's to buy a house, sell a house, lease a property, or all the above. We can take care of everything for you. Again, we want to be relationship based. I would love to meet you in person, and I want to thank you for the time that you took to watch this video. This is Steve Rosenberg. Have a good day.